Hey there, little Rays. Welcome to Sunnyside Kitties Television, the happiest place to learn, play, and grow smarter every day with fun and brainy quizzes. Today we are challenging your knowledge on some educational quizzes. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fun challenges. All right, let's begin.
What is the opposite of hot? What is the opposite of big? What is the opposite of fast? What is the opposite of happy? What is the opposite of up? What is the opposite of open? What is the opposite of in? What is the opposite of day? What is the opposite of tall? What is the opposite of wet? What is the opposite of strong? What is the opposite of laugh? What is the opposite of cold? What is the opposite of early? What is the opposite of empty? What is the opposite of light, as in weight? What is the opposite of clean? What is the opposite of young? What is the opposite of quiet? What is the opposite of give? What is the opposite of hard? What is the opposite of above? What is the opposite of start? What is the opposite of push? What is the opposite of clean? What is the opposite of thick? What is the opposite of sweet? What is the opposite of nice? What is the opposite of deep? What is the opposite of noisy? What is the opposite of rich? What is the opposite of short? What is the opposite of front? What is the opposite of soft? What is the opposite of old? What is the opposite of inside? What is the opposite of dark? What is the opposite of win? What is the opposite of sit? What is the opposite of alive? What is the opposite of full? What is the opposite of near? What is the opposite of top? What is the opposite of kind? What is the opposite of sharp? What is the opposite of awake? What is the opposite of over? What is the opposite of dirty? What is the opposite of pull? What is the opposite of slow?